Okay, day 207 of the cut. Got the diet check-in update from Justin, and he wants me to stretch this out for another week on top of this one, and he took me down to 0 added fats every day of the week, which means that training day macros are down to 250 protein, 75 gram carbs, 0 added fat. Rest day macros, 250 protein, 0 added carbs, 0 added fat. So we are going to be a hungry boy moving forward, which according to Justin is going to be worth it. So we're going to do what we have been doing for the last year and a bit and suck it up and do our best today. Also going backwards hat mode because we're doing some barbell overhead press standing. So I need the extra head clearance since we're a little bit more vertical. Only reason I'm doing it standing is because it is a pain in the dick to go to the other side of the gym and drag a 0 to 90 over. So just save myself a little bit of time and energy by not sitting down for these. And because it has been over a year since I have done a standing overhead press, not 100% sure where the numbers are going to be. Gonna assume it's at least similar to what we're doing seated. So we're gonna find out if that is a fact. Good news is plate feels like a plate, shoulder feels pretty good, so we're gonna keep going up. Just check the app, 225 is supposed to work at number 1, so we'll go 185 for a nice little bridge. Rubber J hooks. Very bouncy and sketchy, so gonna have to be a little bit more cautious with that going forward. Like Cheese Whiz, that freaking scared me, but it is feeling solid enough for now.
But check this out. This was Brandon's deadlift lockout a couple weeks ago, and this was Brandon's deadlift lockout this week. Now, we started off his meet prep trying to develop better floor speed, better floor tension, and as it started to come around, we started to notice that with more pop off the floor, he was handling more weights, which started to expose a little bit of a lag at his lockout. So last couple of weeks, the focus has been smashing the crap out of heavy 45-degree back extensions, and we swapped out his squat day secondary for a cambered bar good morning. These changes absolutely working, and at 6 weeks out, he is freaking on track for a giant ass PR. So if you guys are sick of being stuck in your training, don't know what to do about your sticking points, don't know what to do about your technique, hit the link below, join the team, because you're gonna get individualized coaching on every single thing that you're doing, every single training session, so that you can make the best progress possible.
And off of that, figuring we should install the safety pins in case of catastrophic failure. Actually, I think it'll work better to put this one on this side, so we have, going belt and wrist straps for this one because of a pansy. Definitely a little shakier standing than I want to be, but I mean, I'm kind of okay with it considering it's the first day standing in a very long time. So we'll go 245 for works at number 2. And thought process going into the set is number 1, need to wake up a little bit so it sucks a little bit less. And number 2, if it does end up sucking with waking up, gonna probably cap it here because we are basing off of the seated press, and then I'll adjust numbers moving forward. I think I'm gonna call that there with how shaky that was. We'll do better next week. And I mean, I do wish that was better, but 2 pounds over body weight for 5, can't complain too much. Anyways, because we did not dumbbell press on Monday, we're gonna turn my hat around and go rank out some big dumbbells. Realizing that this training split change might work out very favorably for me because the dumbbell section is much less busy on a Thursday than it is a Monday. Anyway, starting with some conservative hundos because we haven't done a horizontal press yet and I wanna kind of warm up. Adequate warm-up set. So 120's next. Actually feels really good so far, so we'll go up. And I mean, I shouldn't be surprised that doing this second slot instead of fourth slot feels a lot lighter in my hands. Okay, 140s might be first work set depending on how this feels. We are going up. Darrell said we're going to go 160, so going to migrate the camera that way. Bad news is that when I was spotting his bench, the bench I was on got snagged, so we'll have to wait a little bit before we take that set. And objective here is to do better than the last time we ran the 160, so yeah.
There, easy. Another one. Good. There you go.
Yeah, that was a little bit better than the last time, so
I'll take those.
I'm okay with it. And I guess that means we might be almost getting strong again. Gonna put Darrell's top set in the vlog just because it's gonna be cool. Lock in. Settle. Good. Big catch.
Big catch.
Pull, 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 pull.
1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Finish. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Could have done fucking idiot.
I mean, you left some of the take for the next week. You're fine. So after last night's deadlift, that is confirming that he is very on track for the September meet. Next up, touching some dips. And because the shoulder was spicy last week, just gonna run him body weight. Like that's plan A, is just body weight. If it feels like insano good, we'll go up, but body weight, slow eccentric, keep it feeling nice and fresh is the plan, I guess. I'll stop rambling. We might have to go up because this is feeling pretty easy if it isn't evident by how many reps I've done so far. Yeah, we're gonna put a plate on. The cons of weighing 243 pounds this morning, I guess. Okay, so got a plate attached to me. No plans of going up as of yet, but we'll see if this also feels way too easy. You can tell how sore my quads are from the hack squat getting up here. That is the sign that it's a good hack squat. Yeah, and I think we're gonna be able to go up, so we'll just do, a few reps here, get a feel. Two plates next. And same deal here with two. If it is hard enough, we'll stay here. If it is way too easy, we'll go up again. Gosh darn it, it feels pretty smooth. So we're gonna reluctantly slap another plate on. Because I mean, you know what they say, what doesn't rip my pec off again will make my pec stronger, hopefully. And I mean, like, the fear before a set, you know, it's gonna be really hard is kind of a fun feeling, so let's crank. Am very okay with that. Definitely not going up again, though. Because it is time to go do some fun stuff, which is going to consist primarily of using the Panada version of the stupid overhead triceps machine to find out if it is less stupid feeling than the max pump one. So let's see. Should have put more weight on the stack, but this is very smooth, as are all things Panada. So we'll do a couple more, then go up. Good to know it's like less risk of getting smacked in the back of the head too. Okay, let's find out if this was too aggressive of a jump. Oh, this is nice. Like, I thought the max pump one was good. This is so much better. Holy. Like, the groove just makes it so much easier to access the lengthened position and actually put it behind my head. So, yeah, happy camper. And then being able to like set it all the way down and not feel like I'm gonna get my arms ripped off makes it much more confidence inspiring. So we'll take another little jump. And I figure we should go about 3/4 of the stack to give us some room to build, but also make it a little bit more hefty. So hopefully we don't die. This may be a challenge. That's perfect. Find the foot pedal. Satisfied customer. We will be using this thing again. And to finish the job on the tries, figure after trying this guy on Monday, we should actually train it because it felt freaking phenomenal. Gotta figure out the foot positioning when it's actually heavy though. I think I gotta finagle height or something here. And that's not quite it either. What am I doing wrong? I gotta go. Downside of Panada stuff is like there's so many adjustments that like it makes it very easy to make it feel good. But then you gotta figure it out and adjust it to make it feel good. But we got it now. Like that is such a good push down when it's set up right for levers. Pumps are fun. Went up a little bit, gonna try dropping her down one hole just so I can stack over top a little bit better and see if it gives us a better feel. Oh yeah. That is the spot. Like this absolutely destroys any push down variation I've ever done, so am stoked. once again, pumps are fun. So we will continue the fun with side delts on this sucker. Like, I do like the standing ones, but there's something about this guy too. Big old keeper there for round two. And like what I'm trying to go for here is on initiation, I'm trying to like take the slack out with my actual delts. Because if I just like flung from here, it'd be catching a lot of like trap moving scapula. So I'm trying to like tension with delts, make sure delts are loaded, and then make it a really big squeeze at the top. And doing that, it just feels juicy. But I mean, you probably shouldn't listen to me because I do have small delts, but we are trying to do something about it. But if I am yelling at a guy while he's doing delt raises, just yanking it out of the bottom and not catching any delts is going to be one of the most common things I'm going to yell at him for. So we got to make sure we're not doing that ourselves. And next up, gonna run some face pulling with the long strap because it feels juicy. And not entirely sure if I'll have room here, but we're going to find out. I think we have clearance. Just barely touched forearm on the plate pin, so little adjustment. But as always, big let go, big round, big pull back, big head pack. Get that thoracic extension, get a little bit of flexion. Try to make it specific to the squat shelf. Gonna go up for set number 2 just so we don't have to do so many reps. Just like 4 pins though, so nothing too crazy. This is another one too where if you yank it out of the bottom, like you're just making it so much less effective because you're cheating away from the meat of the contraction with momentum. So deliberately slow to start the face pull and then try to accelerate as shit catches. You're gonna get a much better feel than just jerking her. Which means the mission is now to go find a pull down tower that isn't occupied. Never mind, all the cable pull downs are occupied, so we're gonna do the machine and share it with friends.
That's probably the smoothest one.
Yeah. I just wish it was heavier at the top. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be worried about the stretch position loading because I did see an Instagram reel where the kid was saying that it's physically impossible to stretch your lats, but I mean, maybe if he knew how to let his scaps go on a pull down, he could find a little bit more of that length. People be silly. Are you feeling a stretch at the top when you let your scaps go?
Yes.
Fuck. And Darrell went 2 1/4, so I guess we gotta go 2 1/4. But yeah, that is definitely a stretch in that top position. I mean, I do get the argument that lats don't have a ton of leverage to pull from that way overhead position, but the thing is that if I want to have control of my shoulders during an overhead press, I should be pretty okay at pulling out of the same range of motion that I'm overhead pressing in, you know? And for a little bit more bench skill type lat touching, gonna run some straight arm pull downs because it does feel like I'm missing a little bit of lat intent on my bench, so should start doing something about it to, you know, get it back. Well, have to put my weight on though. Might have been an aggressive jump, but we'll find out. Anyways, the whole idea here is trying to set scaps down and then just flex lats really hard. And this is what I want my bench unrack and eccentric to feel like in the lats. And if I can get better at feeling it here, get better at feeling it on bench press, and bench press feels more stable, so we'll crank. Feels like a giant ass lat cramp. Also, I cannot get over looking at myself in the mirror right now. Like, not my body, but like looking at my face, it's like, huh, we might kind of almost be getting a little bit leaner. Like, we're still chubby cheek, but it's getting less chubby. But we're gonna go for more lat crampage on number 2 here. Bench better feel better on Monday. Not the bench hasn't feeling good, but if I can get more lat in, it should feel more better, you know? And we're back over here because I'm not sure if I've ever felt a more effective curl, so we shall crank. Like, it's indescribable how nice this machine is in both directions. Arms better freaking grow. Miana wanted everyone to notice how jacked your arms are when she's doing this, so comment that Miana's arms look jacked if you make it this far in the video. You can tell Darrell that his arms look big too, I guess. Oh, that's juicy. Does not make sense. Like, just doesn't make sense. For a brief moment, I could see a shoulder vein through my sweater. Very brief. And I really hope you guys don't get bored of me running these 2 Panada curls back to back over and over for every upper body day for the rest of my life, because with how good they feel, I don't think I'm ever going to want to do anything else for a curl variation. So juicy. And I think to make it interesting, I'm gonna try a little tweak and see if we notice the difference or not. It actually makes it way easier to like pull it in further, so yeah. This thing is so nice. Like, I've never felt this intense a bicep contraction. With how good the bicep steps feels, I am very hopeful that what we're about to do is equally nice feeling. Because based on the fact that most ab machines suck, and this is an ab machine, my expectations are not super high, but I have been surprised before, so hopefully we're surprised again. We're going to go do GHR setups. Slightly disappointed, but not surprised. And I'm thinking right now, because of how unsuccessful we were with the pullover loading with the 50-pound kettlebell, going to try 4-kilo bowling pin looking thingy and see if we can do a better job with that. Yeah, that's more manageable. Oh, that's so gross, sneaks out of position. Don't do this because you're gonna embarrass me. Please don't. I mean, it's recording. Like we gotta shame myself into being stronger.
Right here?
Yeah, just try to arms as straight as you can and reach. Yeah, I hate myself right now. Yep. And that, kids, is the biggest reason why Darrell can squat more than me, I think. And I mean, like, the reason we are doing it is because we need to get better at it, so let's try to do a little bit less bad this set. Oh, that's gross. That is so bad. And all I'm telling myself sitting here right now is that if I can handle the new macros as well as I did today, means I can handle them tomorrow and do well. I can handle them Saturday and do well, and I can handle them for the rest of these 2 weeks and do well. It's just going to be a matter of continuing to take it one day at a time, not letting myself slack off just because I feel tired and just because I feel low. And we are going to be able to get through this last little push. And like, yeah, a big part of me really wishes that we were not pushing through these last 2 weeks. But the thing is like, I hired Justin for a reason. If Justin thinks that going for another 2 weeks, cranking it that little bit harder, is going to lead to better outcomes in terms of future meets, like, I'm bought in, I'm going to trust him, I'm going to do it. And I am a little bit worried because we're 21-ish weeks out right now, and we're kind of getting close, so I don't want to be feeling too bad too much longer. But the thing that I got to remember is the whole reason I'm doing this process isn't for this meet. It is to set myself up to be better for future meets, and if that means in order to set myself up better for future meets, if this prep has to be a little more difficult, like, I got to be okay with it because we are in it for the long haul. And I know that even if I am going to make this meet as good as I can, this isn't going to be the meet, and I need to not sacrifice future meet performance, future meet being more jacked to try to squeak out a couple more pounds here, because that ain't gonna be worth it. So that is what I got for today, guys. We're gonna keep on cruising, keep on doing the best that we can, because if I do the best that I can with the circumstances, well, that's the best I got, and I can't be too pissed off with it. So peace out, have a good rest of your night, see ya in the team.